All right, welcome back to another awkward video because I hate doing content, but I have to do it. Bear with me. I may look at the wrong spot a couple of times, but I'll get it, I promise. I got some new materials from Hydbond. I got them last week, but I've been busy, so I'm only just now getting around to actually being able to use them or test them. Obviously, it's Leatherette. It is magnetic on the back. I have been waiting for this for so long. I'm so excited. I'll show you the colors that I got. It comes in a lot of different colors, but I only ordered a couple because, or a few, not a couple, because I had a lot of other stuff I had to buy this week. So this one is brown, obviously. Oh, sorry, vintage brown, I believe is what it's called. I'm not very good with remembering names of things, except when I did nails, I had like hundreds of different colors of acrylic and glitter and all of that, and I remembered every single one of those suckers. So I just need to purge some of that from my brain so that I can make room for other stuff. Vintage brown. I'm actually going to test on this one today because I feel like I'll be using it less. Maybe? I don't know. There's just other ones that I really like and I don't want to waste them. I'll be testing my cut settings on that one today. Also got this beautiful holo silver. I am just absolutely obsessed with this one. I cannot wait to use it. In fact, I may use this one today to do a little project, but I got to test all my cut stuff first before I can do that. I also got this black. It may be called vintage black, but I don't remember, but it's got this really pretty texture on it, just like the brown. I love it. And those all engrave black. And then the last color I got is white, and this engraves black as well. Now I have my engrave settings down already for the other three. I believe I used my fiber laser for the brown and the black, and I used my Galvo CO2 laser for the holo silver. The white I have not engraved. It's white to black, I believe. I don't think I've engraved it yet. I'm not 100% sure that I have. So I will be doing test settings for engraving on the white today as well, but I'm gonna do my test cuts first because that is more important to me right now. Let's do it. Oh, I forgot one really important thing. I was just gonna share this little tidbit of knowledge with you guys. If you are new, just got your laser, or you're thinking about getting a laser, a little bit of unsolicited advice. You need to make sure that you test your materials. Don't rely on other people to give you their settings. You can obviously ask for help on how to test. One person's settings, even if they have the same laser as you, they may use totally different settings than you would use. I always recommend, don't be cheap and try to not test your materials. Always make room in your budget for testing because it is super duper important. That's my little bit of unsolicited advice for today. That threw me off a little bit. I know that I'm about to test on magnetic material, but the fact that it like stuck to the honeycomb kind of freaked me out for a second. I was like, dang, this is heavy. No, it's not heavy. Well, yeah, it's a little bit heavy, but it's because it's magnetic, so it's stuck, obviously, duh. Okay, so for my testing, usually people I'll do a little demonstration here. Usually people will do like a grid, you know, like a bunch of circles, and it'll say like the power. I don't know if you can see this very well. It'll say like the power and the speed. I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to, but I'm still testing, right? Okay, I'm just gonna like do it a little bit different. I'm gonna start with my guess. My guess is that this is obviously going to be more power needed than regular Leatherette. My other guess is that it could potentially be the same speed and power settings or more than acrylic because acrylic is harder than the Leatherette and it's thicker. So I'm gonna start my testing slightly lower than, I'm gonna do the same speed that I do acrylic. I'm gonna start my power slightly lower than what I would usually do for acrylic, and then I'm going to increase it to a little bit higher than what I usually do for acrylic. And if those settings don't work, then I'm gonna lower my speed. or I may increase my power. I'm not quite sure. I don't really like using high power when I'm cutting things because I don't want to get any flashback on the backside of my material, and I don't like having to lift my material. It's more work and it adds more time. So I would rather slow my laser down and use a power that's not going to flash back. I'm gonna do 4 test circles and then we'll see what it looks like after that. So another thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the lid closed for a couple of seconds before I open it. I just feel weird about doing magnetic material, even though it's technically laser safe. I just feel like I need to do that. So anyway, it's been closed for I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute now. I'm gonna go ahead and open it and check. My estimate about the power was pretty right on. So let's look at it. All right. So it looks to me like these two cut right through. This is my typical acrylic setting. That may have, all right, let's check. Oh, okay. Oh wait, that one popped right out. Oh, and that one popped right out. Okay, hold on a second here. So obviously the power was a lot less than what I originally thought I might need. I knew it wouldn't be more than acrylic. I kind of figured that, but I just wasn't sure because I've never cut magnet before. So we're gonna go ahead and lower the power. Actually, I might just keep the power the same and I might up the speed a little bit just to see if I can get away with cutting it faster, because that would be lovely. I'm gonna do that. The speed that I used this time was the speed that I use for when I cut regular leatherette. And it looks like it did a pretty good job. So we may even be able to lower the power more. We'll check. Okay, let's see. All right, that's, well, they all popped out. Show, okay, dang. I'm gonna clean it up and see, because it looks like it's a little jagged, but that may just be the soot. Okay, so I actually think I prefer the higher power on the faster speed. It just seems to cut a little more cleaner. It just looks better. So I think that's gonna be our setting. I have cut a piece of my holographic magnetic leatherette because I can't fit the whole piece under my, onto my bed for my galvo laser, and that's where I want to do the design. What I'm going to do is I am going to do 2 different magnets on this piece, and I'm going to do it like a print and cut. So I'm going to engrave the design on here, and then I'm going to cut the design out on my gantry CO2, because it's much easier to do it that way than it is for me to cut the outline of the pieces and then line them up and engrave them on the galvo. It's just a little bit harder to do it that way. So I'm gonna do it this way and it works way better for me. So let's go do it. As you can see, I have my piece set. It's already lined up and ready to go. So all I have to do is, and I also checked my focus. Everything's good. So all I have to do is press start. Let me do that right. I'm gonna do it one more time. I already took it off and I attempted to line it back up. I think I got it. I've done this before, but I think I got it. So let's just, if I didn't, well, it's already messed up anyway, so might as well just do it again. I wonder if I should have used air. I don't remember having to use air last time. But it certainly looks like maybe I should have. Clearly I forgot to write down last time that I needed to use air, which it's fine. It engraved fine. I am always 150 million% shocked when I can line something back up after I've moved it, and that just made my day. This is what we ended up with. I haven't cut it yet, but it looks pretty good considering I moved it and had to re-engrave it. It turned out pretty darn good. So I'm gonna cut it right now. So for those of you that have not done print and cut, what I am gonna do is I have this already, like the template with these circles already on my Lightburn. It's on my computer. It's like a print and cut wizard, and so I'm gonna mark these 2 spots here, and it will know exactly where this is on my bed, and then it's gonna cut the shapes out for me. So I will show you how I do that. They're done. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to put these on my fridge. I scratched this one with my fingernail. Oh, my kitten is meowing. Oh my gosh. All right, I need to hurry up and finish this. So one thing that I wanted to make sure that I specify here is no matter what kind of leatherette you're using, whether it's magnetic or Velcro backed, make sure that you clean it really well when you're done engraving and when you're done cutting it, because you don't want to get soot all over the place. You don't want to give your customers something that has soot all over it. So I just use a microfiber towel and I spray a little bit of LA Awesome on it. I spray it on the towel, not on the leatherette, because you don't want to soak it, especially if it's something you're going to be pressing right then. You don't want to press a wet patch. I just wipe them down really well, and then I make sure that I scrub the edges really well too, so that we don't get soot all over everything. That's it. I need to go tend to my crying kitten. I'll see you guys later.